It's been suggested that Prince Harry's decision to talk to Oprah Winfrey, remember that huge hoo-ha over that interview, he decided to do it after he was stripped of his military titles. Well, Royal Editor Russell Myers is here. So he made the decision quite quickly after that happened, because we know that they both wanted to step back as royals, but he didn't particularly want to lose, obviously, his military titles mean a lot to him.
Well, this is interesting for a couple of points, because I think that sometimes decisions made in haste don't end up being the best for everybody involved. And, you know, we're still seeing the fallout of this.
We are.
And my point is, if he felt aggrieved by having his military titles taken away from him, one may wonder that he had a right to feel like that, because he served his country with distinction.
Of course.
It was his favoured time in his whole life. Yeah. Rather than going on to the Oprah Winfrey interview and saying, Meghan saying, you know, there's discrepancies about whether Archie or their other children would be made prince or princesses. Why didn't he just say, I felt aggrieved by having my military titles?
He should have, and we'd all feel for him, to be honest.
I think so.
I really do, because it's so important to him. I mean, he does an amazing job with the Invictus Games.
Exactly.
You know, the military really, really liked him. You know, he was a brilliant ambassador.
Yes.
And he said
I think he still will continue to be so.
Yes,
the Invictus Games still going on.
Sure.
However, sort of talks of, you know, prince and princesses, it sort of left a bit of sour taste in the mouth. So perhaps a missed opportunity.
But they are, and this is so strange, Russell, because I honestly thought, I know I've said this, but I honestly thought that the Diana statue and all that was like ages away.
Yes, I know.
It's like a week and a half.
I know.
Since July is here almost upon us.
We've been cooped up in our houses.
I know, and they've agreed to a truce for the day, which is great.
It is. Now, listen, this rift that we've been talking about for so long, unfortunately, it's still there. There are, you know, very, very limited contact between the two of them. I understand it's been, you know, a few text messages here and there. However, this statue that we've been talking about for so long, next Thursday, July the 1st, at Kensington Palace, the boys have been working on this since 2017.
Right.
So I understand they will be making separate speeches, paying tribute to the sculpturing rank broadly, and so hopefully it will go without an issue, because I think it's very, very passionate about this. They hope to stand on the same platform. They're going to walk in together.
It'd be good, wouldn't it?
It will be, but another fly in the ointment. Apparently, it was reported over the weekend that Harry wants his own favoured journalist to cover the event, and I just don't know why they are, considering doing
but that just gives everybody else the hump, doesn't it? Which is a shame.
I mean, it just seems like another issue coming up. And I think if everyone can just get along, it'll be much better.
Wouldn't it be better? It absolutely would be, because just when you think everything has been said, there is no more to be said, there's a new book.
Yes.
About the battle between the two of them.
Yes, indeed.
And there's been a lot of talk about this book.
Well, there have been. And, you know, Robert Lacey is a distinguished royal author. He has put out a revised version of his Battle of Brothers book.
Yeah.
Now, some pretty punchy statements over the weekend. He was talking about the issue about the boys wasn't necessarily to do with the fact that they were leaving or, you know, other squabbles. It was to do with these bullying allegations that have been labelled against Meghan. And apparently William was so furious, he basically faced up to Harry and said, you know, what on earth is going on? I mean, some of the quotes that have been labelled around, and these allegations are still being considered internally by Buckingham Palace. We still don't know sort of the levels of where they've got to. You know, but apparently Meghan was called by Palace staff as a narcissist, a sociopath, and basically unhinged. Now,
good grief,
if this comes out in the wash, I think you know, these accusations will have to be investigated. Yeah. You know, Buckingham Palace are duty bound to do so, but it seems it's going to get very, very messy.
It's such a shame, isn't it? Because it might just be different cultures. Because you know that Americans are very direct. They're like the Dutch. They're really direct, and it might just be that sort of different style. Whereas I would imagine, I don't know, but I would imagine people that work in the palace will, would you mind awfully?
Yes,
would you mind awfully doing that?
Of course.
Whereas, you know, an American would go, get that done, need it now, thanks very much.
Exactly.
You wouldn't maybe even not get a thanks very much.
And she was from, you know, the sort of Hollywood background, you know, go get them, up at 4:30, sending off emails. So in her defence, a lot of her supporters will say, you know, she'd come from a very successful career and she was just getting things done.
Maybe it's just something that can meet in the middle. You know, that's the thing. Yeah. They don't want to be part of the royal family. They've said that. They want to earn their own way in the world. And it looks like you were talking about earlier about Archie not being a prince. And Prince Charles has said that's not going to happen. So he's kind of It's a difficult one, isn't it?
You know, it is a difficult one. However, you know, let's play devil's advocate for a moment, because Charles has always said he wanted a slimmed-down monarchy.
Yes,
He doesn't want, you know, lots of princes and princesses. He wants a very slimmed-down version, and Meghan and Harry were very, very central to that. However, reported again over the weekend, a lot of royal news at the moment.
Loads.
It's gone crazy. However, you know, whether there was a dispute between Meghan and Harry not having these titles afforded to their son and future children. However, it goes back to the point of Harry making a hasty decision, deciding to go with the Oprah Winfrey interview.
Yeah.
It's all full of fire and fury at the moment, and I think that somebody needs to take the sting out of everyone's tail.
Exactly. Now, the royals, of course, like everyone else, celebrated Father's Day yesterday. Father's Day is always really hard if you don't have your dad, but, I mean, they were out. Lovely pictures.
Yeah, they are lovely. This was a surprise, actually, because they were staying in Sandringham over the weekend. There was a half marathon going on, and the Cambridges, William and the two kids, popped up and set the firing pistol, not literally, but set the race off. But we were treated to some really, really nice pictures. There was the Cambridges. William, they put out a little video of him in his military garb from Trooping the Colour back in 2019 when things were normal. The Queen and her dad, King George VI, with Prince Philip and a young Prince Charles. And Prince Charles putting out a couple of photos as well.
On the Queen's dad, look at that. That's a great picture.
I know, these are from the vaults. This is
really
tremendous. There's a lovely one of Prince Charles with him as a boy with his dad as well.
Oh, look.
Tremendous photograph. And then another one of him and the two boys when they were youngsters in happier times.
Oh, gosh, yes. And the Queen, now the Queen is happiest when she's either with horses, talking about horses, betting on horses, or watching horses. And she was at ASCOT, and look, she's happy.
Yes.
Happy as Larry.
A few bets going on about the Queen's hat. I don't know, what colour is that? Sort of teal? Are we going for teal?
I don't know what colour
there's a bit of dispute about green and blue. However, she was looking resplendent.
Great.
It was a bit different this year because of COVID, but she was brought into sort of the parade circle in the limousine. Huge cheers when she got out. I think everybody was really looking forward to see her. She didn't have any winners, but she had a couple of, I think, second and third, and, you know, and she looked pretty
Just
good.
imagine the Queen betting you.
I know, yeah, down by the slopes.
Fantastic. Russell, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.